You went to your doctor and you told them that you were exhausted, not just tired either. Bone deep, can't get off the couch exhausted. And they ran your blood work, they called you back and said the same 3 words that have been driving you crazy. Everything looks normal, but you don't feel normal. You feel like something is wrong and nobody is listening. Here's what I want you to know. You're not crazy, you're not lazy, and you are absolutely not imagining it. Today I'm going to give you my top 3 reasons why your blood work misses what's really going on, plus a bonus tip at the end that most people never hear about. And I'm going to show you exactly what I do with my clients to find the answers blood work can't give you. Before we get into the 3 reasons, I want to make something clear because I'm not here to bash your doctor. Your doctor is doing their job. The problem is the tools that they're using. Blood work, it's like a snapshot. It measures specific markers in your blood, things like iron, thyroid hormones, B12, blood sugar, cholesterol, and it compares those numbers to a normal range. But here's the problem with that. Normal range doesn't mean optimal. It means that you're not sick enough to treat yet. Think of it like this. Imagine your car engine running at 40% capacity. It's still running, right? It would pass basic inspection, but you know something is off. And that's exactly what's happening in your body. Blood work checks if the engine is running. It doesn't check how well. So let's talk about what's missing. Here are the top 3 reasons you're exhausted that the blood work will never catch. Your mitochondria are the power plants inside your cells. Their entire job is to convert the food that you eat and the oxygen you breathe into actual energy your body can use. That's called ATP. When your mitochondria are struggling, whether from chronic stress, poor sleep, toxin exposure, or just nutritional deficiencies, your cells literally cannot produce enough energy. You wake up tired, you stay tired. And coffee, it doesn't fix the problem because caffeine isn't the problem. Now here's the critical part. Standard blood work does not measure mitochondrial function, never has. So even if every single number on your blood work panel looks perfect, your cells could actually still be running on empty. Mitochondrial dysfunction is one of the most common findings that I see when I sit down with clients and go deeper than a standard blood panel. Your adrenal glands, they sit on top of your kidneys and then they manage your stress response. So when you're under chronic stress, work pressure, financial stress, relationship stress, even the physical stress from poor sleep or over-exercising, your adrenals pump out cortisol around the clock. And over time, they get depleted. And when cortisol patterns go dysregulated, too high, too low, or firing at the wrong time of the day, you end up exhausted in the morning, wired at night, and then completely unable to regulate your energy levels. Standard blood work checks cortisol, but it's usually just one single measurement, often taken first thing in the morning when the cortisol is naturally at its peak. So again, looks fine on paper. To truly understand what your adrenals are doing, you need to look at the full cortisone rhythm across the day, not a single snapshot. And ask yourself honestly, are you exhausted in the morning but can't sleep at night? Well, that's a classic adrenal pattern, and it will not show up on your standard blood work. This one really surprises people. You can eat perfectly clean diet, whole foods, vegetables, quality protein, and then still be running on nutritional fumes. Why? Well, because absorption, it's everything. If your gut lining is compromised from years of processed foods, stress, medications, or environmental toxins, your intestines, they can't pull out the nutrients out of your food efficiently. So B12, magnesium, iron, zinc, the very nutrients that your body needs for the energy, well, it just pass right through you. Blood work will sometimes catch a B12 deficiency or low iron, but it doesn't tell you why those levels are low. It doesn't look at gut function, intestinal permeability, or microbiome balance, any of which could be the actual root cause. When we treat the gut, energy often improves even when nothing else changes. That's how important this piece is. So now you're probably wondering, okay, Gary, if this blood work misses all of this, what actually finds it? Well, this is where I want to tell you about what I use with my clients. It's called a quantum body scan. It's completely non-invasive, no needles, no blood work, and it scans over 45 different body systems in about 60 seconds. Instead of measuring markers in your blood, it measures how your body systems are actually functioning. your energy production, your nervous system, your hormonal balance, your gut, your toxic load, everything we just talked about. I had a client recently who had been told repeatedly that their blood work was fine. When we did the scan, we found significant mitochondrial stress, adrenal fatigue patterns, and a high toxic load. All three of the things I just walked you through. We had answers in about 15 minutes that years of regular checkups had completely missed. And that's not a knock on medicine. That's just two different tools doing two different jobs. Okay, I promised you a bonus tip, and here it is. And this one, most people have never even considered. Heavy metals. Over the course of your life, your body accumulates heavy metals, things like mercury, lead, aluminum, and cadmium, from the food you eat, the water that you drink, even the air that you breathe, dental work, and even some medications. Heavy metals are directly toxic to your mitochondria. They literally block the enzymes your cells need to produce energy. They also create massive oxidative stress throughout your entire body. Standard blood work almost never tests for heavy metals unless your doctor has specific reason to suspect poisoning. But a subclinical toxic load, not enough to trigger a medical emergency, but enough to make you feel terrible, goes completely undetected. If you've tried everything, and I mean diet, sleep, supplements, and you still can't figure out why you're exhausted, heavy metal accumulation could be the missing piece. This is something that the quantum body scan picks up, and it's one of the most eye-opening findings for a lot of people who sit down with me. So here's where I want to land today. If you've been told you're fine, but you know you're not, trust your body. It's telling you something, and there are tools that actually listen. If you want to book a quantum body scan with me and find out what's actually going on beneath the surface, the link is in the description below. We'll go through your results together, and you'll walk away with real answers and real next steps. And I want to hear from you in the comments below. How long have you been dealing with this? How many times have you been told your blood work is normal? Drop it below. I read each and every one of them. If this video helped you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And hit that subscribe, because we're just getting started. I'll see you in the next one.